Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about a really cool event that I went to. So for part of our program, my program coordinator bought us all sumo tickets for the sumo championship of this particular tournament. So before I begin, I'm going to start with the little facts I know about sumo. So as you guys know, sumo is famous for having the giant, dare I say, fat man with lots of muscle, but very portly men in very scantily clad underwear, basically wrestling with each other. And so there's actually a little special culture for sumo, and basically they live in their own world. In that, number one, they go to sumo school from when they're young until they grow up. They have a very specific diet that they have to follow, and because they're so big by Japanese standards, they are partly bound by size and partly bound by tradition to always wear traditional Japanese clothing. And basically, they walk around in kimono all the time. Anywhere in the day that they're walking out in the city, you see them in kimono, so they're very recognizable. Anyway, so we went to sumo, and it was so cool. It was very exciting. I mean, granted, we were seated a little far up, but it was still cool to see live, because when you're there live, you realize just how massive, or not even how massive, how hard-hitting the sumo is when they make contact. And like, sumo's a dirty sport, okay? There was man boob grabbing and diaper grabbing and like smacking people in the face. Like, it is a dirty sport. I was starting to wonder if there were any rules for it. And to make it even better, for sumo, the ring is not very big. If I had to give you dimensions, the ring is probably like 12 by 12 square. And when I say 12 by 12, I mean 12 feet by 12 feet. And then, the stadium is huge. It's like a basketball stadium with this little tiny stage where the sumos fight. And, so I actually did manage to get some footage of, the sumo. And so, couple things. Number one, sumo nowadays is not only Japanese. There's lots of people from Mongolia who are very successful, and there was even one European guy who was doing sumo. And if I'm not mistaken, I did get one of his bouts. The other thing is that in the ring, if you can see it, my phone's a little meh on video quality, they throw salt into the ring all the time before they start. And the throwing of the salt is supposed to purify the ring. And lastly, so the referee, who's in a very colorful robe and hat, he's actually a Shinto priest. He's not just a referee. Like, sumo is considered the religious sport. And the other thing is that, because this tournament is the championship, people won monetary prizes for getting up top. And according to another friend's host dad, for each sponsor that a sumo person gets, the sponsor will typically donate around $600. And so some of the footage I took has these sponsors who are advertised when flag bearers, like they're literally on an old-fashioned Japanese scroll, and flag bearers will circle around the ring with how many different donors there are to give people an idea of how much people would win if this person wins the match. So I'm going to let you figure out how much money the winner won, because I got that footage of all of the bannermen going around the circle. And, the other thing that I didn't really mention, so before we went, I was curious. I was like, sumo's a really aggressive sport, and there are very precious seats that are literally right up against the sumo stage. Literally, it's the sumo stage, and then 3 feet off to the side is where the seats begin. And as you can imagine, those seats are wildly expensive. I don't even want to know how much those seats were. They must have been like $200, $300. But anyway, my question was, these people, aren't they afraid to get hit by sumos? And the answer is totally yes, because there were at least 4 or 5 matches where the opponent got literally thrown off of the stage, flew off of the stage and onto a person. So it does happen. And without further ado, I will show you the footage. Okay guys, we are seeing one of the few white sumos in the league. When you get a view of them, it's the guy in the whitish diaper. And I'm filming this because this is a rematch match, which is very rare. What happened is that both guys threw each other at the same time and they landed at almost the same time. So they're doing a rematch. And I apologize for the strange quality. We're very far up in the rows right now. It's a big deal. Guys, in case you can't see the diaper, it's the white guy is the sumo that is closest to us. Oh, come on. Okay, you guys, this is the final match. This is for place number 1 in the tournament. Guys, all the people who are coming up with the flags and banners, they are sponsors for the sumo.
呼び出しは秀夫、行司は36代木村庄之助。今場所最後の一番であります。この取組は味一筋お茶漬けの長谷園、酒茶漬けの長谷園、梅干し茶漬けの長谷園、たらこ茶漬けの長谷園、大相撲を応援します玉ホーム、家づくりまちづくり玉ホーム、大安心の家玉ホーム、ゆとりある暮らし応援玉ホーム、そしてスペック作りへ玉ホーム、沖口のお茶薬薬品、大診断のユニテックメディカル、鹿児島県枕崎の故郷薩摩白波、無添加モル平野の野菜釣り青粒、平日お得な温泉予約イコイコ、ロート製薬株式会社タンシロン、指導10周年記念ライブピア株式会社、奥沢マグロ入り船寿司、フリーから相撲ゲーム絶賛配信中、700年の歴史和解跳躍参考版、植物を超元気にする HB101、ルテインのナチュラリープラス、ユニフォームの一筋暁商事、目薬の木のお茶花楓、株式会社アミハ、勝ち続けるために緑黄青汁、飲めばわかる美味しい緑黄青汁、食材一杯永源寺雲の底の5セント、健康一杯永源寺雲の底の5。 ただいまのトラブルは、より切り、より切って、川原口の勝ち。